In this problem, I'm asked to simplify the following expression: p squared times a quantity of a negative 2 times p all raised to the fourth power times 3p all raised to the second power times 4p raised to the 0. I am going to simplify using my rules of exponents. The first rule that I'm going to use is to recognize that if I have some non-zero base x raised to the 0 power, this is equivalent to 1. Therefore, we would have 4p raised to the 0 power is equivalent to 1. My expression then becomes p squared times a negative 2p raised to the fourth power times a quantity of 3p squared. My next rule that I'm going to use is to recognize that 3p quantity squared is the same as 3 squared times p squared, which is 9p squared. I could also use this rule to simplify a negative 2p raised to the fourth. I could see that this is equivalent to negative 2 raised to the fourth times p to the fourth. This is true because a negative 2p raised to the fourth is the same as multiplying a negative 2p together a total of 4 times. Now I can see that negative 2 raised to the fourth power is the same as negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2, which is equal to a positive 16. I also see that I'm multiplying p together 4 times, which would result in the expression that negative 2p raised to the fourth power is the same as 16p to the fourth. Now my expression becomes p squared times 16p to the fourth times 9p squared. I will now multiply my two whole numbers together. 9 times 16 is equal to 144. P squared times p to the fourth times p squared. My last rule that I'm going to use is the product rule for exponents. If I have the same base being raised to exponents and I am multiplying those bases together, my rule tells me that I'm going to add my exponents. So I have 144 times p raised to the 2 plus 4 plus 2 power, which gives me 144 p raised to the 8th power. I could verify this rule that I just used. That was the one that told me that p squared times p to the fourth times p squared is the same as p raised to the 2 plus 4 plus 2 power, or when I multiply the same base, I add my exponents. I could see that by writing out each one of those steps. P squared is the same as p times p. P to the fourth is multiplying p together 4 times. And finally, that last p squared is the same as multiplying by 2 additional p's. Therefore, I can see that I'm multiplying p together a total of 2 plus 4 plus 2, or 8 times, which verifies that I would add those exponents.